Have you ever noticed that your entire day can feel stressful simply because of how your morning started? Maybe you woke up stiff, rushed through breakfast, checked the news too early, or answered a message before you were ready. And suddenly, your whole day felt heavier. Let me tell you about Dorothy, a 67-year-old Edward School librarian from Portland, Oregon. For years, Dorothy woke up every morning feeling like she was already behind. Her shoulders were tight, her mind was racing, and by 9 a.m., she felt exhausted before the day even began. Then one morning, she tried something different. Something so simple, it almost felt too easy to work. But within 2 weeks, Dorothy noticed something remarkable. Her mornings felt calmer, her mood felt lighter, and stressful moments didn't shake her the way they used to. In today's episode, we'll explore one simple morning route that many seniors say helps them feel calmer, clearer, and more in control for the rest of the day. And the best part, it doesn't involve expensive gadgets, long workouts, or anything extra. Just small steps that may help your body and mind reset before the day takes over. Welcome to Senior Health Facts, your trusted home for science-based health education designed specifically for adults over 60. If living healthier and feeling more peaceful every day matters to you, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss an episode that could make a real difference in your life. As we get older, our stress response changes, often becoming more sensitive, more reactive, and sometimes slower to shut down. You might have noticed this in your own life. Minor frustrations feel bigger. Changes in routine feel more disruptive. Worries linger longer than they used to. There are scientific reasons for this. Research from institutions like Harvard Health Publishing and the National Institute on Aging notes that aging affects several systems tied to stress. First, the nervous system. The fight or flight response can activate faster while the calm down response becomes slower, according to a 2020 review by Harvard Health. Older adults may experience prolonged cortisol elevation after stressful events, making it harder for the body to return to baseline. Second, cortisol regulation. Cortisol, the main stress hormone, tends to stay elevated longer in older adults, especially after waking up. This is sometimes called the cortisol awakening response, and when it's too high or stays elevated too long, it can affect mood, energy, and even immune function throughout the day. Third, sleep cycles. Sleep often becomes lighter, harder, or more fragmented after age 60. Poor sleep increases stress sensitivity the following day, creating a cycle that's hard to break. Fourth, morning stiffness and inflammation. Physical discomfort can make mornings feel more overwhelming even before the day begins. Joint pain, muscle stiffness, or digestive discomfort can all contribute to a sense of being off from the moment you wake up. Fifth, loneliness and isolation risk. Older adults are statistically more likely to face social stressors, caregiving burdens, financial worries, and health uncertainties. These emotional factors don't disappear overnight. They often show up first thing in the morning. All of this means one thing: how you start your morning matters more than ever. A good morning routine won't erase your problems, but it may prepare your brain and body to handle stress with more ease, more stability, and more emotional control throughout the day. Today, break down the one simple routine many seniors use to lower stress and how you can adapt it to your lifestyle, mobility level, or health situation. Before we dive into what to do, we need to talk about what to avoid. These small traps can raise your stress early, and silently follow you for the entire day. The first mistake is checking the news or social media immediately. Your brain is most sensitive right after waking. Negative headlines, loud content, or upsetting messages can trigger cortisol spikes before your feet hit the floor. Dorothy used to check her phone the moment her eyes opened. She'd scroll through news alerts, text messages, and email notifications all before even sitting up in bed. She didn't realize it, but this habit was flooding her nervous system with stress signals before her body was ready to process them. According to the American Psychological Association, exposure to distressing content first thing in the morning can increase anxiety and reduce emotional resilience for hours afterward. What Dorothy did instead was move her phone charger across the room. Now she has to stand up to reach it, which means she's already started her day with intention instead of reaction. The second mistake is skipping hydration. Many people over 60 wake up slightly dehydrated. Even mild dehydration may worsen fatigue, irritability, and morning brain fog. One of Dorothy's friends, a 71-year-old named Evelyn, always wondered why she felt so foggy in the morning. She drank coffee right away, but rarely drank water until mid-morning. Once she started drinking a glass of water within 5 minutes of waking, she noticed her energy improved and her mood felt more stable. The CDC notes that older adults have a reduced sense of thirst, which can lead to chronic mild dehydration, a factor that may contribute to confusion, dizziness, and irritability. The third mistake is jumping out of bed to fast. A sudden rise can lead to dizziness, blood pressure drops, or heart-pounding stress responses. Dorothy used to leap out of bed the moment her alarm went off, but after a few episodes of dizziness and one scary moment where she nearly fell, she learned to take it slow. Orthostatic hypotension, a sudden drop in blood pressure when standing, is more common in older adults, especially those on certain medications. Giving your body time to adjust can prevent falls and reduce morning stress. The fourth mistake is rushing. Rushing is one of the fastest ways to trigger stress hormones, whether it's breakfast, medication, or errands. Speed sends your body the signal that something is wrong. Dorothy used to rush through everything. She'd gulp down coffee, throw on clothes, and feel like she was racing against the clock, even on days when she had nowhere to be. What changed was she set her alarm 15 minutes earlier. That small buffer gave her the gift of time, and with it, the feeling that she was in control of her morning, not the other way around. The fifth mistake is overloading the to-do list before breakfast. Planning the entire day immediately may increase worrying, especially if you tend to anticipate problems or think ahead to stressful tasks. Dorothy used to lie in bed and mentally run through everything she had to do that day. Appointments, errands, phone calls, chores. By the time she got up, she already felt exhausted. The National Institute on Aging notes that cognitive load, thinking about too many things at once, can increase stress hormones and reduce focus, especially in the morning when the brain is still waking up. The sixth mistake is replaying yesterday's stress. Many seniors report waking up with leftover tension from the day before. If you start your morning thinking about stress, you keep the cycle alive. Dorothy would wake up and immediately replay an argument with her a frustrating doctor's appointment, or a bill she was worried about. She was reliving stress before the day even started. What helped was she learned to recognize these thoughts as mental loops and gently redirect them. She'd say to herself, "That was yesterday. Today is new. By avoiding these triggers, the morning routine we're about to introduce will become far more powerful. This morning routine is designed for calm, clarity, and stress reduction. You can finish it in 10 to 20 minutes depending on your pace. Let's break it down. Step 1 is the 60-second wake-up pause before you sit up. Take 1 minute to let your breathing settle. Feel your body, stretch your hands and feet, and allow your heart rate to stabilize. This small pause. It helps reduce morning cortisol spikes. Dorothy used to bolt upright the moment she woke. Now, she lies still for a full minute, counting slowly from 1 to 10 while breathing deeply. She said to herself, "I don't have to rush today." A 2023 study published in the Journal of Clinical Psychology found that even brief mindfulness practices upon waking can reduce cortisol levels and improve emotional regulation. Throughout the day, Step 2 is a gentle joint warm-up that takes about 2 minutes. Before walking to the kitchen or bathroom, do light movement. Rotate shoulders, circle ankles. Gently twist your torso, stretch your arms upward. These movements are slow, safe, and help reduce morning stiffness. Less stiffness means less stress. Early in the day, Dorothy does these stretches while still in bed or sitting on the edge of the mattress. She rotates her ankles, rolls her shoulders back, and gently twists side to side. It takes less than 2 minutes, but it helps her feel more awake and less achy. According to the CDC Healthy Aging Program, light mobility and stretching can help reduce inflammation, stiffness, and stress, especially when done consistently each morning. Step 3 is hydration plus magnesium sip, which is optional. Drink 8 to 12 ounces of water within the first 5 minutes of waking. Some seniors add warm lemon water, electrolytes, or a small magnesium supplement if approved by their doctor. Hydration helps stabilize mood, lower morning tension, and improve digestion. Dorothy keeps a glass of water on her nightstand. Before she does anything else, she drinks it slowly. On some mornings, she adds a squeeze of lemon or a pinch of sea salt for extra hydration. Mild dehydration can worsen anxiety, fatigue, and irritability, all of which are more common in older adults who may not feel thirsty even when their body needs fluids. Important note: if you are considering adding magnesium or any supplement to your morning routine, please talk to your doctor first to make sure it's safe for your specific health conditions and medications. Step 4 is light exposure for about 2 minutes. Sunlight, even indirect sunlight, tells your brain the day has started. You are safe, you are awake. This supports natural cortisol regulation and helps you feel calmer throughout the day. You can stand near a window, step onto a porch, or sit by natural light. If sunlight isn't available, indoor bright light works too. Dorothy opens her bedroom curtains and stands by the window for 2 minutes while sipping her water. Even on cloudy days, the natural light helps her feel more alert and grounded. A 2020 study from Harvard Health noted that morning light exposure helps regulate circadian rhythms, which in turn supports mood, energy, and stress resilience throughout the day. Step 5 is one intentional breath cycle that takes 2 to 3 minutes. This is the heart of the routine and the part that many seniors say helps most. Try the 4 to 6 breath. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold 4 to seconds. Exhale for 6 seconds. Longer exhalations signal the nervous system to relax. Do this for 6 to 10 cycles. At first, Dorothy felt silly doing breathing exercises, but after 1 week, she noticed her morning anxiety had softened. She does this while sitting on the edge of her bed or in a chair by the window. According to the Mayo Clinic, slow breathing may activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's rest and digest mode, which helps reduce tension and lower heart rate. Step 6 is a 30-second gratitude or daily anchor thought. Stress often comes from feeling overwhelmed or uncertain. A small anchor creates emotional stability. Try choosing one of the following each morning. One thing I'm grateful for is. One thing I'm looking forward to is. One thing I can handle today is. One person I appreciate is. This exercise helps your brain shift from fear mode to calm mode. Dorothy thinks of one small thing she's grateful for: a warm bed, a sunny day, or a phone C, all with her granddaughter. It's not about forcing positivity. It's about finding one small anchor to hold on to. The American Psychological Association notes that gratitude practices can reduce stress, improve mood, and support emotional well-being, especially in older adults facing chronic stressors. Step 7 is a no-rush breakfast or morning drink. This doesn't need to be a full meal. It can be herbal tea, light breakfast, smooth yogurt, warm oatmeal, or coffee plus a protein snack. Whatever you choose, the key is don't rush. Dorothy makes a cup of herbal tea and sits at the table for 5 minutes. No phone, no TV. Just quiet time with her tea. Some mornings, she adds a small bowl of oatmeal with blueberries. A calm, unhurried breakfast signals to your body you're safe, nourished, and ready for the day, not in survival mode. Step 8 is a 3-minute mobility walk. Walk slowly around your home or porch for a few minutes. This increases circulation, reduces inflammation, and signals your body we're ready for the day, no urgency needed. Dorothy walks slowly from her bedroom to the kitchen, then around the living room and back. As not exercise, it's just gentle movement to wake up her body. Light movement in the morning can reduce joint stiffness, improve circulation, and lower stress hormones, all without requiring intense effort. Step 9 is the one-question reset. Right before starting the day, ask yourself, what is the one thing I need to do first? Not everything, just the first thing. This prevents all overload and reduces morning anxiety. Dorothy used to feel paralyzed by her to-do list. Now, she picks one thing, just one, and focuses on that first. It might be taking her cation, calling her sister, or folding laundry. Just one thing. Breaking tasks into single steps reduces cognitive load and helps the brain feel more in control, which directly lowers stress. Let me tell you how Dorothy's life changed after 3 months of this routine. She still has stressful days. She still worries about her health, her family, and her finances, but now, when stress comes, she doesn't spiral the way she used to. She feels more grounded, more capable, and more at peace. One morning, her daughter called with frustrating news. In the past, Dorothy would spent the entire day upset, but this time, she took 5 deep breaths, made herself a cup of tea, and calmly talked through the problem. Her daughter later said, "Mom, you seem so much calmer lately." "What changed?" Dorothy smiled and said, "I changed my mornings. You deserve to feel strong, calm, and in control no matter what the day brings." If this episode has given you even one idea to help make your mornings calmer and more peaceful, consider giving this video a like so more seniors can find it. And if you'd like more simple routines for stress, brain health, and healthy aging, hit subscribe and tap the bell so you never miss an episode. We've also added a free morning routine summary in the description so you can print it and place it on your nightstand. And as always, before changing supplements or making Large changes to your morning habits. Talk with your doctor to make sure it's right for your situation. Now let's address some of the most long questions people have about this routine. Many people wonder how fast this routine can reduce stress. Some people feel calmer within minutes, while others notice changes after a week of consistency. Everyone's nervous system is different. Dorothy felt a difference after about 5 days, not a dramatic shift, but a gentle softening of her morning tension. Others ask whether they can do the routine even if they have limited mobility. Yes, absolutely. Each step can be done from a seated or lying position. You can adjust stretches and movements to your comfort level. If standing by a window is difficult, you can sit near one. Instead, some wonder if morning sunlight is necessary. Natural sunlight is ideal, but indoor lighting still helps regulate circadian rhythms, even opening your curtains makes a difference. If you live in a place with limited morning light, consider a daylight lamp designed for circadian support. People also ask, what if I'm not a morning person? This routine is gentle and flexible. Even doing 2 or 3 steps can help soften stress for the rest of the day. You don't have to be a morning person to benefit, you just have to be willing to try something small. Another common question is, should I avoid coffee? You don't have to. Many seniors enjoy coffee. The key is pairing it with hydration and avoiding drinking it on a completely empty stomach if it causes jitters or stomach upset. Many ask, what if I wake up anxious? Start with a 60-second wake-up pause and the 4 to 6 breathing method. These steps help calm racing thoughts. Dorothy says the breathing exercise is what helped her most on anxious mornings. Finally, people wonder, can this routine help with sleep? A calm morning routine may reduce evening stress levels, which can indirectly support better sleep quality. Many people find that when they start their day with less stress, they end it with less worrying, making it easier to fall asleep. Let me share a quick summary of what to avoid and what to do instead. When you check the news immediately after waking, it triggers cortisol spikes in your brain. Instead, keep your phone across the room so you start your day with intention, which helps create a calmer nervous system. When you skip hydration in the morning, it worsens brain fog and mood. Instead, drink 8 to 12 ounces of water first thing, which leads to better mood and energy throughout the day. When you jump out of bed too fast, it can cause dizziness and stress responses. Instead, take a 60-second wake up pause, which creates a safer and calmer start to your morning. When you rush through your morning routine, it signals danger to your body and raises stress hormones. Instead, set your alarm 15 minutes earlier, which gives you a stronger sense of control over your day. When you overload your to-do list before breakfast, it increases mental load and cognitive stress. Instead, pick just one thing to focus on first, which dramatically reduces feelings of overwhelm. When you replay yesterday's stress in your mind first thing in the morning, it keeps the stress cycle alive. Instead, redirect your thoughts by saying today is new, which helps create an emotional reset for the day ahead. Based on this routine, here's what your day might look like. In the morning during our first 20 minutes, you'll do a 60-second wake up pause, followed by gentle joint warm-ups and drinking 8 to 12 ounces of water. Then you'll get to minutes of sunlight or bright light exposure. After that, you'll practice the 4-2-6 breathing for 6 to 10 cycles. Then you'll think of one gratitude or anchor thought. Next comes a slow breakfast or morning drink, followed by a 3-minute mobility walk. Finally, you'll ask yourself, what's the one thing I do first? At lunch, check in with your body and ask yourself, are you hydrated and do you need to stretch? In the evening, take a moment to reflect and consider, did your morning routine help today and what felt particularly good? As a bonus tip, place a glass of water on your nightstand before bed. So it's ready and waiting for you in the morning. When you talk with your doctor, here are some helpful conversation starters. You might ask, is magnesium safe for me in the morning? You could also ask, does my medication require any morning adjustments, and it's worth checking, is my morning dizziness normal, or should we check my blood pressure together? The information we've shared today is based on several important research sources. Harvard Health Publishing released a report in 2022 on stress and the aging brain that summarizes how stress hormones change with age and why morning cortisol regulation becomes so important. The National Institute on Aging published findings in 2021 on understanding stress, which explains how aging affects the nervous system and how stress management techniques may help older adults feel better. The Mayo Clinic shared research in 2023 about the benefits of deep breathing exercises, describing how slow breathing may activate the parasympathetic nervous system and reduce overall tension. The CDC Healthy Aging Program released information in 2020 about physical activity and mobility, noting that light mobility and stretching can help reduce inflammation, stiffness, and stress in older adults. The American Psychological Association published a Mindfulness and Aging review in 2022 that examines how mindfulness-based practices can support emotional well-being in older adults facing various life challenges. Now, before we wrap up, I want to remind you of something important. Everything we've shared today is for educational purposes to help you make informed choices about your health. I always encourage you to work with your doctor or healthcare provider before making any significant changes to your morning routine, especially if you have chronic conditions, take medications, or experience dizziness, heart issues, or other health concerns. They know your personal health history best and can guide you on what's right for your specific situation. Every person is unique, and what works wonderfully for Dorothy might need SMA lines adjustments for you. Your healthcare team is your best partner in this journey toward calmer mornings and better health. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.